have risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Scholars of Wrestling Show. I'm Jeff, alongside with me is Brian.
Heidi, hey!
And Tarek.
Welcome to Wrestlemania! Prediction show on the Scholars of Wrestling.
Oh, so what you did there.
10 seconds in and we're already all in the red.
WrestleMania!
Which, by the way, that video you posted earlier this week, that shouldn't have been nearly as funny as it was. I knew the Rocco's Modern Life joke was coming, but as soon as I saw Roman Reigns' duck face, I lost it. I'm sorry.
It's like, if you grew up in the 90s, you will get the Rocco's Modern Life reference. But
powerful Walt Holley tribute. Vince McMahon goes nuts. People love it.
Not really. Who are we kidding?
Such is the way of the Reigns.
I'm cool. But
actually, you're quite warm.
Yeah, it happens.
I'd say you're quite hot, Brian.
Why, thank you.
Okay, now I'm confused.
Getting it awkward right now. All right.
That's how we do it on the Scholars of Wrestling. Always awkward all the time.
Always awkward and kind of smelly.
Extra awkwardness, considering that it's WrestleMania weekend, gentlemen.
Yes. Let's not beat around the bush here anymore. WrestleMania is finally upon us, and I don't know about you, but only just now, maybe 3 hours ago from the time of this recording, am I finally starting to feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
It was like yesterday, as of this recording, it's like, I'm excited for one, maybe two matches. And then this morning hit, and I'm like,
It's here.
It's here. All right.
All right. Feeling good.
It feels like WrestleMania. And I like it.
Yes.
So let's get right into the card, shall we?
Indeed.
Why not?
Starting with the surprisingly loaded kickoff show. First off, we've got, for the tag titles, Fatal 4-Way Tag Match, Usos versus Los Matadores versus The New Day versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd.
Let's just face it, okay? Los Matadores and the New Day are there for a paycheck. They're not going to win anything. It's between the Usos and Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. And I don't think that they give Cesaro and Tyson Kidd only a 1-month reign. So, would I be surprised if the Usos went over to start the show off with a good feeling? No, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm going with my boys, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, to retain.
I'm going to second that notion, and I'm going to pick Cesaro and Tyson Kidd because they are the most interesting tag team to get in this match.
Fact.
Because, they're awesome. And when I'm looking at Los Matadores and the New Day, I'm just thinking, wow, why couldn't we just have the primetime players in the Ascension in this one? Because, there are two tag teams that, could actually be legit tag team champions in the future.
Because we needed those intergender matches on Raw. We needed... We needed the Bull to go up against people.
I hated that.
I forgot that happened because I did not watch it.
Yeah. Lucky me, right?
When I posted my masterful thought on Raw, I was kind of held back. I was holding myself back with unloading how stupid having El Dorito roll up Natalya and actually get a win. And I'm just like, okay, does WWE really hate Natalya that much? Not giving her actually giving her the title, giving her a fart gimmick, and now having a little midget dressed up as a bull pinning her. Really, WWE? That's what you do to your best, one of your best divas?
Yes, this is WWE.
Yes, indeed.
Some ways it's getting better, but in some ways, old habits die hard.
Or just not die at all.
Unfortunately. But getting back to the actual match itself, I'm actually surprised we're getting a consensus here, right? This quick out of the gate. My pick is Cesaro and Tyson Kidd also. Just for the reasons you guys suggested. It's way too early. And you know what? I'd say they've been doing pretty well for themselves thus far. People seem to like them.
And they really are the number one heel tag team of the division. In a very small division, mind you, but they're the number one heel tag team. They're not going to be transitional champions. No way. These guys are going to hold the title for a good while, I think.
And I like the Tyson Kids finally getting
recognition
and spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it did bring Cesaro down a little bit, but still, this is great stuff. So, Tyson Kidd, Cesaro, nice long run, goodie.
Here.
Fact.
All
right. Next off, also on the kickoff show, not the pre-show, the kickoff show, we have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
This was a shocker to me. To be perfectly honest, I was hoping that this would actually open up WrestleMania, because now that they're on the pre-show, we now know what's going to open up WrestleMania now. The ladder match.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want the ladder match to open up the show.
Actually...
No, the ladder match is opening up the show.
It's definitely going to open up the show.
It is.
What do you think will open up the show?
I'll get to that in a minute, but getting back to the match itself proper, who do you got? Because there's a whole bunch of names in this sucker.
If it was on the main show, okay, I thought they were going to have Sheamus come back and take it. Because it would be a nice little WrestleMania surprise. Do all that nice little stuff. But they're not bringing Sheamus back on the pre-show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it comes down to between three guys. Because really there's only three guys in the Battle Royal who I believe have the right to have it. Okay, you've got Ryback. And you've got the storyline of The Miz and Damien Mizdow.
Yes.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying, mark me on this one. Mizdow takes it. Mizdow turns on The Miz. They double team Ryback out, and The Miz celebrates and all that because he thinks that Mizdow is just going to let him take it and whatever, and then Mizdow pulls him by the trunks and throws him over the top.
You know what? I actually agree with you. For me, it's coming down to two picks. One of them is Mizdow for that same exact reason. My other possible pick, the winner of the NXT qualifier, Hideo Itami.
No.
As interesting of an idea as that is, I don't think an NXT
He's going to have a good run. He's going to have a good run, but
I think he's got a shot specifically because it seems like a lot of the other members of the NXT 5 have had all real breakout moments. Hideo Itami hasn't really had that big moment or that big thing that'll make him shine yet. Plus, I just heard reports that he actually did land the GTS.
Yes, he landed it last night.
Yes.
He landed it on Tyler Breeze last night.
Yep.
However,
that means something.
However, okay, I believe he gets to the Final Four. Okay, I believe he gets to the Final Four, but there are storylines going right now that are better served to win this Battle Royal. Itami will shine. He'll eliminate a bunch of people with his kicks and his Japanese style, but he will. I predict the Ryback will toss him in the Final Four.
Okay, so far the picks are Mizdow. Fool, who do you got?
Really, I was actually thinking the exact same thing on my way here. Because I'm like, really, you're saying there's storylines that are more important. Mizdow and Miz versus Ryback, with the potential Mizdow turning on Miz, that's the only storyline going into this match.
Exactly.
Everyone else is just filler. Rowan's filler. Kane and Big Show are filler. Henry's filler. All the lower card guys are filler. Sadly, Goldust is filler, even though I wanted him in Stardust at Mania.
Waste of potential.
Waste of potential, exactly.
They blew their load on the Fastlane.
And
mishandling, but that's a conversation for another time.
I also heard that one other big reason that this match was moved to the pre-show is to set up a singles match for the main card, like a throw-in singles match between Mizdow and Miz.
Later on in the day, you mean?
Yeah.
Now, that would be an interesting idea if that's what they ended up doing.
So, and
I'd love to see it personally.
I don't think that they're going to put in any other matches because I think the reason that they moved the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal was to give all the main matches much more time.
Yeah.
So I don't think that they moved the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal to get a Miz versus Mizdow match on the card. That's gonna come.
If anything, they'll probably save it for the next night on Raw.
Yeah.
But like my number one choice, and it's our man Damian Sandow,
and it's not only
patron saint of the show.
Yeah, and it's not because of that. It makes the most sense.
The most sense. But if I did have a number two choice, it's going to be Ryback. But my number one is Mizdow.
So basically, we all have the same number one, all different number twos, pretty much.
Well, I'm going with Ryback as the number two, but because it's like the Miz isn't winning.
No,
he'll be in the final three.
Yes,
but he's not winning. So it's either Ryback or Mizdow. I was picking Sheamus.
So if
it was on the card.
So who do you think will get eliminated first, Big Show or Kane? Just random question.
If they're smart, Big Show.
I was hoping Big Show.
That'd be interesting.
If everybody else is smart, they take out Kane, and 18 people just bum rush the Big Show.
I could see them. I could see all of them. I could see them both getting eliminated at the exact same time. Them arguing against each other. They turn. Everyone is looking at both of them, and they just throw them both out. So, because kind of a whole revenge thing from the Royal Rumble. Yeah,
you put 10 on the Big Show. You put 8 on Kane.
Okay, yeah, that's all. That's the only question I had.
Okay, so moving on
to the main card.
I don't think this is going to open the show, but we'll go with it anyway. For the IC title ladder match, Ian versus Stardust versus Ziggler versus Harper versus Ambrose versus R-Truth versus Barrett. Who do you got?
There's only two people in my mind. Dolph Ziggler took himself out of the equation by winning every single match he was in the lead-up. He's not winning. It's between Daniel Bryan and Dean Ambrose. And to get him out of my main event for a while, okay, I'm going to pick Daniel Bryan to win the Intercontinental title.
Of course you are.
I'm gonna pick Daniel Bryan. Have a nice little feud. Have nice little feuds with Dolph Ziggler, Wade Barrett, Dean Ambrose, and then maybe later in the year I'll be more open to him going back to the the WWE World Heavyweight title picture. But as of now, you get that big crowd yes moment with the Intercontinental title. And don't have me puking all over myself with the WWE World Heavyweight title.
If you start puking all over yourself Sunday night, it's not going to be because of the match.
Not this one. Not this one.
Because you know I'm right.
If Daniel Bryan was in the title match, would have been maybe. Okay, this is a good spot for Daniel Bryan right now in my eyes, and. I believe he's gonna win. If not, it's Dean Ambrose. Wade Barrett does not retain.
I don't believe Daniel Bryan is going to win the Intercontinental Championship. I know Daniel Bryan is going to win the Intercontinental Championship. And it's a more different reason than what you're thinking, that he's in this title picture in the first place. It's mainly because WWE is worried about his health, about his neck, about how he might granted, they're worried about his health, yet they're throwing him in a ladder match
because he has He had the same injury that cost Edge his career.
Exactly.
So it makes sense.
And the whole purpose of this is to help elevate the title, the prestige of the title,
which I know you're all about.
Which I am all for it. 2 thumbs up on that. So Daniel Bryan all the way. Dean Ambrose is my number 2 guy, but Daniel Bryan is like way up there more.
Going on the concerned about his health part, okay? They're concerned about a neck injury, and they put him in a ladder match.
That's what I just said.
I'm like, are you what?
They probably won't let him do a lot. I mean, there's 6
He's
other
got to
guys.
do a headbutt off the ladder. I guarantee it.
That'll
I'm
probably be
going to
the
hold you to that.
That's probably
on
going to be the
Sunday.
biggest spot he's going to do, but he's not going to do so much. I mean, like I said, there's 7 other guys. They're going to alternate.
So who gets the Dean Ambrose superplex?
Probably Barrett.
I can see that, because every time Ambrose is in a ladder match, he does the top rung superplex and almost breaks himself in half.
So who do you think is going to be the closest to die in this match?
Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose.
Dolph Ziggler probably going to look like it, but he's Mr. Rubberface, so whatever.
Yeah.
As far
He can bounce his head off a ladder from 20 feet up and be perfectly fine.
you heard me.
Dolph Ziggler is a bouncy ball to you?
Yeah.
Boing.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, I had quite a trip with this match alone.
I bet.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
R-Truth wins!
Special Robbie Rage cookies.
Oh, shut up.
R-Truth and Stardust.
Stop
on
it.
top of it.
Sit down. Sit down.
Anyway, I had a bit of an experience with this match, just because for a while now, this match seemed to me like a lose-lose type of scenario. Because like we were talking about weeks earlier, the first person to get psyched up about going for the Intercontinental title was Dean Ambrose. So we expected, okay, this is going to be Dean Ambrose's next stage up. Then everyone starts getting piled into this thing. They start doing all this crap with the hot potatoing of the title all around the arena and all around the country. Then Daniel Bryan gets thrust into the mix, and I'm just like, oh, jeez. It's like, you got 2 guys who I really like and I really want to root for, and then all of a sudden, both of these guys are thrust into the mix together, and I'm like, one of these guys has to lose. This is not good. Both these guys need a little leg up after all that mess. However, after thinking about it and hearing you guys talk, something just occurred to me that never really occurred to me in the weeks prior, that I think really puts a new perspective on all this.
What's this?
If Daniel Bryan wins, he will officially be a Grand Slam champion.
Yes.
Yep.
That's exactly right. He called that out when he first announced himself in the Intercontinental ladder match.
4th person ever to do that. And you know
For
what?
today's titles?
United States, Tag Team, Intercontinental, WWE, and World Heavyweight
That's about as Grand Slam as you get.
Champion.
Because when I looked up, on websites, Grand Slam champion, and, they have the 3rd tier titles as the European and the Hardcore. And then it's like, okay, we're not going to include the United States Championship for some unknown reason. But yeah, for today's belts, he would be the 4th?
4th.
Who were the other 3?
I don't know that information. I just saw a meme that said,
Oh.
if Daniel Bryan wins the Intercontinental title, he'll be the 4th. I will look that up right now.
I think there's got to be a few more than that. But either way, that possibility as a Daniel Bryan fan sort of made me a lot more comfortable with this match proper. And that's what's leading me into picking Daniel Bryan to win this thing. Any opposed?
No,
We just gave you our predictions.
Well, I'm looking at
We're 3
Mr.
for...
I hate Daniel Bryan's guts and I want him out of the universe for 6 months.
Well, I already said that I picked him to win.
Yeah, so you can go away and out of your universe for 6 months.
This is a very odd prediction show because we're picking all the same guys so far.
We're all agreeing and yet we're all fighting.
I picked Daniel Bryan because he'll give good matches, he will elevate the Intercontinental title, and I'm kind of sick of him in the World Heavyweight title scene, so this is good.
You know what I'm sick of?
I'm sick of you.
I'm sick of you agreeing with me all the time.
All right, let's try to change that.
Okay.
How is he agreeing with you? What is he agreeing with you
that
on?
He's going to elevate the Intercontinental title.
Okay.
And that he's going to win in the first place.
He's going to win, and that it's ultimately going to be better for the product as a result.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But, okay, here's something I think we're all going to disagree on. I personally think that the opening match total for the actual WrestleMania show is going to be this match. Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton.
That's only if you expect a certain something to happen at the end of the night.
I do expect that certain something to happen at the end of the night.
All right. So then your prediction makes sense. But if you really want to start the show, if you want to get the crowd going, get them started, get them revved up, in my eyes, it's got to be the ladder match.
Well, they also had the live crowd also had the kickoff show matches before this. So
yeah,
I really don't think it's necessary.
I still think it might happen. This will probably be like, I don't know, the third, fourth match probably. But this match is definitely going to be early on of the show.
Yeah,
but there is no way this is opening the event, the main event.
They're not having Randy Orton curtain jerk. Okay.
But hey, they're having John Cena go for the U.S. titles in a post-WrestleMania streak world, so as far as I'm concerned, anything goes.
Hey, another reason they're trying to elevate the mid-card titles. They're trying to elevate the U.S. title. What better person to elevate the U.S. championship than John Cena?
Factually right. I'm not saying you're wrong, but still, it's one of those things where 2 or 3 years ago, you probably wouldn't have guessed that.
As long as he doesn't bring back that damn spinner U.S. belt, I'm good.
Thankfully, I think the spinner phase of his life is over.
I hope so. Okay.
So anyway, back to the match proper. Seth Rollins, Randy Orton. Who do you got?
I'm gonna pick Randy Orton.
Why is that funny?
Because I think everyone else is gonna pick the same thing.
I'm not. I'm picking Seth Rollins.
You're picking Seth for this one?
I'm picking Seth Rollins.
Why?
Damn it, Bobby. Damn it, Bobby, why you have to agree with me?
I'm only picking it because for the cash-in, that he's going to lose the match, and he had his big redeeming quality when he cashes in.
I think because I don't think he's cashing in. So if he doesn't cash in, I believe that he's going to win this match, and this feud with Randy Orton is not going to be over.
Okay, how about this? In this sense, we disagree. I think Seth Rollins is going to win because I think he will cash in successfully, and I think he needs to look strong going in, so he actually looks like some sort of comparable threat to the winner.
And I think that the referee gets taken out, and Seth Rollins gets the curb stomp on Randy Orton on top of the briefcase. That's how he wins.
Okay, that I can see. That makes sense.
I could see that, but I don't know. I just have... It's WWE. It's WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania. Yeah. They like to have their good boys win recently. They like, especially at WrestleMania. This prediction is mainly because I just think WWE is because of WWE how they book things. Do I want Seth Rollins to win? Absolutely. I want him to win because he has more to gain for this win than Randy Orton does. But it's the whole thing of WWE, we must make our guys look fantastic if we want them to, sell our product better.
For a second there, I thought you were going to go into like a Mary Poppins style musical number.
I don't like Mary Poppins, so don't expect that.
I don't know. I was just going down my internal list of musicals that I've heard of ever in my life. I'm just like, for some reason, Mary Poppins was at the front of the list. Why? I don't know.
I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna stick by with Orton, just because I hate WWE booking, and that this is something that they can totally screw up on.
You hate WWE booking, or does WWE booking hate you?
I don't give a shit if it hates me.
Hey, I'm just speaking from facts. I'm not saying if you care or not.
I don't care about them.
I don't care.
They just care about themselves, the greedy bastards.
Okay, how about something we all do care about? The ladies. Let's go right into AJ Lee and Paige versus the Bella Twins. Divas tag team match. Who do you got?
I do. Back to that silly booking. But this is more of like traditional pay-per-view go-home show booking. You make the heels look so strong that the faces are going to come out on top. And I said this in my my masterful thought, that I'm surprising enough. It got me intrigued. This story got me intrigued. The Bellas versus AJ and Paige got me intrigued because it's a good story with the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and two people who don't like each other, AJ and Paige, going after the same enemy with the Bella Twins. You know what? I'm not even going to say the Bella Twins because it's all about Nikki Bella. Brie Bella is the lackey.
So you're just going to refer to them as...
Eva Bella boobs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Go ahead. The AJ and Paige versus Eva Bella boobs and the lackey.
And I'm just going to call them Evil Bella boobs. Just
Eva Bella boobs and Daniel Bryan's wife.
Yeah. Who is slightly less evil.
Who is less evil but is still evil because WWE booking has to make them back together for some apparent reason. So
longest tag team name ever.
I could probably think of longer, but that would but that will just take too long.
For now.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with AJ and Paige. This is gonna lead to some. This is probably gonna lead to a triple threat match for the Divas title at the next pay-per-view or something. So I could see. At first, they're gonna look like they're AJ and Paige are gonna go against each other, trying to get the pin on Nikki Bella. It's like, I'll get the pin on it because I'll get the Divas title match next. No, I'll do it. But in the end, it's still going to be. I think, if anything, AJ will probably get the pin, and that's it. This AJ and Paige.
I'm happy that in the last couple weeks, the Divas have actually gotten good amounts of time on Raw, and they've been putting on pretty good performances. Okay, and this should be another good 10 to 15 minute tag team match. And I think these four will surprise you. I think we're going to have a pretty good Divas tag team match. Of course, AJ Lee and Paige are going to come out on top. They've looked like fools the entire build-up. So, AJ Lee and Paige for the victory, and we can move on.
Now,
I was expecting something more. Damn it, man.
Now, you remember when I said earlier I've got my own idea of why this might have been pushed up, why a couple of the other matches were pushed off to the kickoff show? You're probably going to disagree with me on this, but my first reaction is, with all this business about hashtag Give Divas a Chance and the amazing showing that people have been reporting from the NXT house shows, something tells me that, like we sort of were hinting at, one of the big reasons why they pushed it back was primarily to give more time to this match. Of course, everyone benefits, obviously, but for some reason, something was telling me, you know what? I think this is going to be one of the matches where the Divas really get to shine. Initially, I was a little concerned, like, oh, why are they not defending the Divas Championship at WrestleMania? Well, because what you're going to get instead is going to be a showcase match featuring four of the best the company has to offer on their main roster right now. Paige and AJ speak for themselves. Honestly, I think Evil Bella Boobs have been doing really well recently. They've been getting slowly but steadily better as time has gone on.
And that promo on Thursday was so good.
And even if they're not all that great, I'm sure Paige and AJ can at least carry them to something good and watchable.
They've been doing it for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, so by your powers combined, and I am WrestleMania moment. You know?
I can see it.
That was actually pretty clever. I actually like that little reference you pulled there.
I hope so, because before, as I was coming out of my mouth, I was like, I hope this doesn't flop. This sounds so dumb. It sounds so dumb. I hope it doesn't flop. But anyway, so I think we're all at yet another consensus. We got AJ and Paige taking it.
I think so.
Okay, beautiful.
And I bet you we're going to come to a consensus on this next match.
Oh, yes.
Oh, boy.
I don't even know why I'm sighing. I'm actually interested to see this because I'm got confidence in both these guys. For the U.S. title, Rusev versus John Cena.
I'll tell you what. John Cena cuts good promo on Jimmy Kimmel. Okay? That's what he cuts good promo. Okay?
That's because no one's scripting him for once.
Does anyone doubt that John Cena is walking out of this as the United States champion?
I just said it before. Another reason to elevate your mid-card title. Give it to Cena. Although it
keeps him out of the world heavyweight title picture too. Exactly. So yay!
Everybody wins.
Although, just imagine if all of a sudden it's like last minute decision. It's like, no, we're gonna have Rusev. We're gonna have Rusev and just basically be like, let's see how pissed off the fans are gonna get for this one. But
I'd be happy.
That would actually
If
that would
Rusev won.
crack me up.
And he
That would
wins
be
clean.
glorious.
And he wins clean. Yeah, I hope so.
All right.
You know, that one is actually the pipe dream. Okay.
There's a pipe dream. Rusev could win, but it'll be more bullshit like it was at Fastlane.
I could be perfectly honest. I feel like WWE kind of ruined the ending to this match a couple weeks ago.
Did they? What'd you see?
I actually, you know how John Cena got Lana to say yes, you're in the match, with him putting the STF on Rusev and knocking him out, and then him pouring the water and then putting him back. I actually thought that was going to happen at Mania with John Cena putting him in the STF and then him passing out. So Rusev doesn't really lose, but he loses the belt to Cena. So anyway, it'll still make him look. It'll be something similar to the Austin Bret Hart match, where he passes out and trying to get out, and then once the match is over, John Cena wins. Then he pours the water bottle on him to wake him up, and then puts him back in, and then you'll see Rusev start tapping out. That's your WrestleMania moment for the U.S. But I feel like they ruined that by doing it so John Cena can have Lana say, "All right, you'll get the match. You'll get the match. You'll get the United States title. You win. You win. Stop it. Stop it, John. Stop it.
Goodness gracious.
Goodness gracious."
Throw in the towel.
And yet, still a better Russian impression than that guy on Raw.
The lawyer?
Oh, God.
That was like...
That's a Russian from Texas.
That was like Jason Alexander in the Rocky and Bullwinkle movie.
Oh, dear.
That's how bad it was.
I'd be more ashamed if I'd actually seen the movie.
I did. It is shameful.
It is very shameful. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's that bad.
Okay, so the consensus is we got Cena.
Apple dough.
Brapple dough. All right. Now we get into the big ones, and in particular, the one I'm looking forward to the most, by far.
I think we're all looking forward to the most.
Undertaker. Bray Wyatt. Call it, boys.
I don't know. That's how I was like...
Really? You don't?
Okay.
This is hard for me because...
Okay. Brian, you got something?
Yes. I am picking The Undertaker.
Really?
Because if what Sting said this afternoon isn't true, and they are planning on Sting versus The Undertaker for WrestleMania 32, Undertaker needs this win more than Bray Wyatt does. Bray Wyatt does not. You've been saying it for weeks. Bray Wyatt must win. I don't believe so. Okay? I believe that, first of all, The Undertaker isn't John Cena. He's going to make Bray Wyatt look like gold if he loses. Okay? And also, okay, you can't have The Undertaker going in against Sting next year with 2 losses on his record. There's no reason for the match.
That's a lot of crap.
Eyes. In my eyes.
That's a lot of crap.
Calm.
I disagree.
In my
also.
eyes. However, okay, here's my thing. Okay, Bray Wyatt does not lose anything from losing this match. He carried the feud. 99% of this feud is him. Okay? The WWE trusted him enough to build this up by himself. The only other person they've trusted to do that is Kane. And what happened when Kane did it? He lost. Bray Wyatt comes out of this, even with a loss, looking like gold either way, because The Undertaker is not John Cena. The Undertaker knows how to make an opponent look like gold in a loss. John Cena made Bray Wyatt look like absolute crap in a loss, and that's why he had to be taken off the TV for 3 months to retool his character into this. However, okay, what I want to see, okay, Bray Wyatt, the new face of fear, expects The Undertaker to come out as The Undertaker. The rest in peace, all that. The biggest mindfuck of all would be if Bray Wyatt is expecting that Undertaker, and the Undertaker's like, you know what? You can have the Face of Fear. You can have the new Face of Fear. He comes out, American Badass.
Okay, now you're just getting all silly.
No, because there's actually talk of it happening. Okay, I believe, in my eyes, okay, I might have come off a little too strong on the Undertaker and Sting. I might have come off a little too strong. I believe it works better.
I've got a counterpoint, and then
I believe
we'll get into you and sort of like counterbalance it.
Okay.
But all of that is moot because Sting has said that WrestleMania 31 is probably his last match. That came out about a couple hours ago.
Wait, who said that?
Sting himself said that WrestleMania 31 is his last match. So
likely, yes.
I'm picking The Undertaker. I'd be fine with either. Okay, Bray Wyatt doesn't get hurt in the loss. If this is Sting's last match at WrestleMania 31, The Undertaker's not coming back for 32. This is his final WrestleMania match. I'm calling it now. Okay, so if that's also that's also why I'm taking into account, I'm saying The Undertaker wins, because if it's his final match, I think he goes out with a win. So my final pick is The Undertaker.
Okay.
In all ways.
I hear what you're saying. Your logic is sound. However, I still disagree, and I think Bray Wyatt is going to win for all the reasons that you just mentioned. And I will explain. If this is indeed The Undertaker's last match, as a lot of people are sensing it might be, Undertaker is enough of a company guy where if this is it for him, he's going to put over someone on the way out. To go over your last point, would Bray Wyatt look bad losing to someone like The Undertaker? No. However, as a newer guy coming up, I'm sure someone like The Undertaker knows what it's like to boost someone up in a legit win. Like we said before, yeah, sure, you can make someone look really strong in a loss. You can still win, but have them look really strong. Like Roman Reigns, have him look really strong.
Oh, God. Why would you bring up Roman Reigns in a Bray Wyatt Undertaker? Right?
Because CM Punk did it first. Anywho.
Fuck CM Punk.
Wait,
seriously.
Wait, what? Did he really say that?
Yeah. He was like, if you want... It was in a shoot interview, just a minor digression.
When?
It was on the Colt Cabana podcast when he was talking about yeah, sure, we want you to beat the Shield, but you gotta make Roman Reigns look really strong. So,
okay. I thought you were talking about this match.
No.
Why would you bring
something
that up?
similar to the... Okay.
No, but then Punk's like,
okay.
Then Punk answers back, like, you know what would also make him look really strong? Having him beat me. Like, sure, he can look strong, and he did in that match, but like this one, if you really want to make him look strong, and you want him to really have that star-making moment, just put him over The Undertaker, especially when he doesn't have the added pressure of the streak hanging over his head. Now is the perfect time to do it. And if, let's say, for argument's sake, let's say the result of this match is reliant on Sting's availability next year. If they are going to have Sting versus Undertaker at WrestleMania, I'd say Undertaker can actually lose this match. Put over a new guy, make Bray Wyatt look like an absolute monster. Next time, coming out of this one and going into WrestleMania 32, Deadman's like, you know what? I'm in the twilight of my career. I don't know if I've got much more left in me. Sting comes out. He's like, you know what? So am I. I'm in the same place too. This is a dream match that we all want. Let this, win or lose, let this be the deal sealer. Let this, screw 3 years ago, whatever it was. This is going to be the legit, real end of an era match. The last dream match everyone wants to see. The last dream match that even exists in this world. Taker, Sting, one last time for both of them. WrestleMania 32. That could even close out the entire show. The one last titanic clash that everyone wants to see happens. Boom. WrestleMania 32. In the meantime, looking from the sidelines, the brand new star WWE made, the breakout star, The Undertaker made, Bray Wyatt. I say Bray Wyatt wins.
I just want to bring up something real quick before I let Tarek start to yell at me. I forgot to mention this. My big selling point on The Undertaker winning, okay, you've heard his voice once. You haven't seen him on TV. I don't think they bring him back for just one appearance and lose. If he had been in the build-up the way that he was last year with Brock Lesnar, he was there almost... They were going back and forth at each other almost every week. So I was like, okay, the loss makes sense. I don't think you bring back The Undertaker for one appearance and have him lose.
Because you don't. And that'll tie into one small prediction... and then we'll cut to you, Tark.
Okay. Take your time, because I'm still trying to figure this one out.
Small prediction for Monday. You say if you don't think he's going to be just around for like one day.
And if they want the Undertaker-Brock Lesnar confrontation, okay, you can't have that if the Undertaker loses. Because what is the Undertaker going to have that Brock Lesnar that they need to confront?
Hey. A man's lost his streak. That you can set that up like the Undertaker wants his credibility back. He's hungry again for the first time in probably a decade plus, if not plural decades. He's hungry again. It's probably going to be his last match. He's got one thing left to prove that he can actually do what he's never done, the one thing he's never done, and beat Brock Lesnar. They can do like a 1 year build with that. If Brock Lesnar's still gonna be around, or they can do what I was originally alluding to. If you say he's not gonna be around just for one night. If he is in fact not going to be around just for one night, Undertaker shows up on Raw, so does Sting. That's when they set up their year-long thing. WrestleMania 32, another option for the Undertaker. If they're both feeling it, there's another thing. But again, that's neither here nor there. It's just one many possible outcomes. I think Bray Wyatt must win. It's like Mortal Kombat. He must win.
I think the must win is a bit strong.
For you. Anyway. Full game time.
Each side of what you both are saying makes absolute sense. Minus what you said about Undertaker Sting.
I was in the heat of the moment that kind of came out.
The one thing that, like what you said, and one thing that I've been reading all over the internet saying, Undertaker can't do 2 losses in a row at Mania. My question, as an Undertaker fan, as the man who actually got me into wrestling in the first place, why the hell not?
I did not say he can't have 2 losses at WrestleMania.
From what you said to what I've read all over the internet, people saying. That's what I meant. He's had an entire career of historical moments. 2 in a row losses at WrestleMania will not destroy his legacy, is what people on the internet are assuming that's going to do if he loses on Sunday. You're an idiot for thinking that. I'm going to say, everyone who said that on the internet is a moron to think that you could look back at his entire career and think that it all is meant for nothing if he loses 2 matches at WrestleMania.
BS.
You're an idiot. And it would be a great idea. It would make sense for him to gain the victory if he's trying to have this build up with Sting. But also, if he loses, they can use it to Taker's advantage and make it look like Sting has the upper hand and build it up. It's like, you're not the dead man you once were. You lost your touch since you lost the streak. Now you can't win, and I want to show that you are the mortal man. they could use that to their advantage. Also, and then look at Bray Wyatt. He has more to gain with this match than Taker does. Taker's he's Hall of Fame. He can be in the Hall of Fame a dozen times for a dozen reasons because he's the Undertaker.
He's in there once for every gimmick. Okay, here's one ring for American Badass. Here's one ring for a Zombie. Here's another thing for Lord of Darkness.
The Ministry. It's like, you can put the Ministry of the Darkness. You can put the American Badass. You can put the I Want Respect. Well, didn't it have a specific gimmick name, or is it just
the only ones I really know.
I wore a mask.
You've done it now. You've gone and made a big mistake.
Okay,
did that gimmick actually have something other than the American Badass?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was like
Big
Evil.
Big Evil. Thank you.
Yeah, Big Evil.
Big Evil.
I have that T-shirt. How do I not know that?
Because I had it. I just so many different modes. Just give them all the rings.
And then you said it, Brian. They did the exact same thing with Kane for WrestleMania 20. He built the entire feud by himself being there. Granted, they had a lot more promos they had a lot more pyro and stuff for Taker. The only thing that they did for Taker this one is him having the sound bit, "You will rest in peace." But then you go with Bray Wyatt. He is looking so strong in this. And then that promo on Monday Night Raw. How he has the spirits under his control.
That was beautiful.
Everything about that promo. I did another standing applause for that one. Even more than I actually didn't do a standing applause for Paul Heyman. But this is it's so hard because I could see either of them going over. Want Undertaker more because of it's for like, because he's the Undertaker, he can't have 2 wins in a row because that would be WWE's looking at it. But then you have Bray Wyatt, who he has more to win or more to gain if he wins than he does if he loses. Granted, they gave him the opportunity to build this feud by himself for over almost 3 months.
For a long time.
And
they first announced it at Rumble, correct? Or was it at Fastlane?
They announced it at Fastlane, but he was cutting the creepy promos since the Raw after Rumble.
Yeah. So it is. This is so hard for me because I'm happy with either guy winning. I love Undertaker. I love Bray Wyatt. I'm actually buying their shirts for this feud. The Undertaker, you don't summon the dead man. Bray Wyatt, the new face of fear. Hell, I'm even going to buy their WrestleMania shirt with them on it. God.
Do you need to flip a coin, sir?
I'm actually reaching towards that.
There's quarters right over there.
Okay, the coin. Okay, coin heads Taker, tails Wyatt. Okay, lands on Wyatt.
Okay,
but I'm gonna look at the bigger picture here. I'm not gonna do it. Well, I guess I am kind of doing what the coin says, but not officially. I'm going to choose Bray Wyatt, and I don't care if I'm wrong on this one. If I care more about being wrong with Rollins and Orton than this one because I'm happy with either man. But in the long run, if this is Taker's last match, it'll be a great passing of the torch.
Exactly.
And if to look back on his entire legacy, even if he does have his match with Sting, the 2 matches isn't going to hurt him for a build for Sting. They can have that because they both could look back on both of their entire careers, and they're not even going to talk about probably these past 2 manias. Maybe Brock and Taker because it's the streak, but still, it's looking back on their legacy. It's a legacy thing more than just what you've done recently thing. So I'm gonna go with Bray Wyatt just because he needs it a lot more than Taker does, and I think the real happiness for all of us is going to be the grand entrances both of these guys are going to have.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be glorious. And besides, who's to say that? Sure, the last Undertaker match with him versus Lesnar, the quality of the match wasn't great, but that's only because he got concussed.
He got concussed 2 minutes in.
Have you seen the photos of Taker He looks good.
He looks awesome. I love how much he's actually dedicating himself for this match.
Yeah. Everyone's like saying, "Oh,
this is going to be real good."
They say the same thing everywhere. Oh, he's old now. He can't keep going. And just give him a couple months, and he's back in prime Taker.
Exactly.
And Bray Wyatt is much crisper in his moveset than Brock Lesnar is.
He's more safe to work with in the ring. Yes,
it's one of those like. In my eyes, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Either guy winning, you can't go wrong. The match is going to be great. This could be match of the card. This could be match of the show.
That's going to be my prediction. Actually, this is going to be my prediction for match of the night.
This is actually what's going.
Even if it's just the ambiance.
This is what's going to kill the audience for the rest of the show. The rest of the audience is going to be dead after.
And here's the problem. Okay, they can't do it. They can't do this match until the last hour.
No, they can't.
Because
it needs to be dark.
It needs to be dark. Okay,
yes.
So there's a.
This is going to be the
There's an outside shot that I could see this actually main eventing.
You know what?
Honestly,
I actually agree with you.
I agree.
I can see it. I can see it. I don't expect it.
Oh yeah.
If it does, I don't expect it. But if they were smart and they wanted the Bray Wyatt's Fireflies and just the ambiance of the Undertaker's entrance, this needs to main event.
I'm looking forward to Taker's entrance, mainly because they base it around their shirts. At least Taker's shirts.
Yeah.
And we're going to see a big gate of hell on the stage.
It's going to be free.
It's going to be beautiful.
All right.
Wow. Talk about a must-win.
Yeah.
Next match.
I think this one is going to be its polar opposite. It's going to be relatively easy to call. Sting versus Triple H.
Sting.
Moving
on.
Really?
That's it. You don't bring him in, especially if this is his last match. You don't bring him in for one match and have him lose. Okay?
And Triple H is another guy who is 100% okay with putting people over.
Think of it last year. He didn't have to put Daniel Bryan over the way he did. He could have been the Triple H of old. He could have been the 2003 Triple H, not putting anybody over. But no, they went out, put on a 25-minute show, and he went and he took one running knee, and it was over. Okay, so it's like Triple H is willing to put guys over, and it's Sting. Come on.
Yeah, I think this pretty much writes itself. I hope.
The disappointing thing is this match. The build for it was a little lackluster, but I'm very glad he talked Monday.
Yeah,
I'm very. I said if he didn't talk on the Raw before Mania, I would have been very upset with this feud. He talked. It was awesome with him and Stephanie. Granted, I wish there was a little more to it. It felt more scripted than anything. I wanted it to be a little more of a shoot promo between the two. It would have been awesome. Like Sting saying, I do respect you, Stephanie, but I respect your dad more because, unlike you, he was the person who took out WCW, not you. I would have loved to see something like that, but it felt a little scripted for me. But I still loved it. It was still great.
There was Sting in the ring with a microphone. That's all I need.
And not a voice box to make his voice deeper.
Yeah,
that was stupid. Okay, but yeah, I'm very. This is one of the matches I'm looking forward to, and it's going to be a great one. And you're silly to think Sting is not winning this.
Yeah.
Anyone who picks Triple H,
just because they're a Triple H fanboy,
I'm looking at you,
needs to just stop. Yeah. Stop watching because you have no idea.
No, keep watching so you can actually learn wrestling things. Yes.
My 7-month-old daughter would know more than you.
Yeah.
Actually,
if you think
Triple H is a hardcore wrestling fan now,
yeah,
every time it's on, she's loving it.
She comes from the womb, and all of a sudden, she's cheering the Undertaker. Such as your young.
She is a Rollins fan. She loves Seth Rollins.
At 7 months, wow.
Every time Rollins comes out, she has a big smile on her face, and she's laughing.
I don't want to go into the implications of that. Not yet.
Oh my god, you sick man.
Why would you go there?
I'm saying because he's got colored hair and he looks like a clown. What do you think? No, no.
Oh my god.
No. Normally, I accept the shame on me, but no. I am blameless here. I am totally blameless. Not my idea. Hey, you want to get into another joke? Hey, Roman Reigns.
Hey, you know...
That's a joke that's not
Here's,
Roman Reigns,
here's the
Brock
problem,
Lesnar,
okay?
who do you got?
Here's the problem with Roman Reigns, okay? The build-up to Fastlane. This match with Daniel Bryan. That was great stuff. Okay, that build-up. Roman Reigns being the... I don't care, you're not taking my spot. The cool, collected badass. You're not... That, and then he goes on Conan, okay, and he plays the cool, collected, calm badass. What the hell have we seen for the past month? It's
really nothing.
It's...
He was a lackey for Rollins and Orton. That's what he's been doing.
And I was going to say Roman Reigns wins with a Seth Rollins cash in at the end, but then Brock Lesnar resigned.
And that totally threw a wrench in everything.
And now I'm like, you haven't proven crap to me, Roman Reigns. I'm not even going smart on this one. I'm just like, Brock Lesnar must win.
You know what? I actually agree with you wholeheartedly. That, to me, I'm
the only way Roman Reigns wins. The only way Roman Reigns wins is if they do the Paul Heyman turn.
I actually heard a perfect analogy for what is going on with this match, and I think as soon as I say it, you're going to know exactly what I mean. If Roman Reigns wins, he's Diesel. If Roman Reigns loses, he's Lex Luger.
Yes.
I agree on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both these guys were pushed way too hard before their time, before they were ready, in the wrong way. And you know what?
And if he wins, hopefully he doesn't hold it for a year like Diesel did.
And hopefully his ankle doesn't snap in a match like...
My God.
Oh, God.
But really...
It's not Sid Vicious, damn it.
I almost feel really bad.
I know it's not, but I just imagine. It honestly just came to me.
And now it's in my brain.
I know he's not Sid Vicious, but it's just like it just came to me in a dream last night.
The last 20 minutes of this show is turning into a pile of ew.
Yeah.
But really, I
almost feel a big pile of
ew. But yeah, I almost feel bad for Roman Reigns because the booking has been putting him into a no-win situation.
It's not Roman Reigns. It's not his fault.
And then he says something.
And then he says dumb shit.
And I hate him again. And I stop feeling bad. I hope Brock Lesnar shoots on him.
I hope he destroys
at least a little bit. Just snug enough to, you know what?
Give us some
Get
blood.
out of here.
Give us some blood.
Yeah.
Treat him the way that Brock Lesnar treated The Undertaker last year.
Make him shed some blood. I don't know. They don't care. They can afford it.
Have Brock Lesnar treat him the way he treated The Undertaker last year.
If you want to.
WrestleMania. Give him a nice little concussion on that last F5.
I wouldn't go that far, but still. Have him, have Roman Reigns get in his big moves or whatever, make him look strong. But this is where Brock Lesnar still beats him. Everyone's all laid out. And then we got cash in. And then Seth Rollins wins it.
I don't think...
I'm calling Brock Lesnar with a Seth Rollins cash-in. You may take your Brock Lesnar with or without cash-in.
I take my Brock Lesnar without cash-in.
Okay, Fool, how do you take your Brock Lesnar?
It sounds like I'll take a nice sandwich with something.
With cheese.
With
or without cheese.
This is the main course, damn it.
This is the main course.
I'll take my main event without cash-in. Thank you very much.
How do you take your Brock Lesnar, with or without cheese?
I take my Brock Lesnar with a face turn. After this, because they wanted to have a face turn Lesnar because with all the reception he's been getting lately.
That ESPN interview.
And the ESPN interview was awesome. What better way for him to have a nice face turn by having your number one heel in the company cash in on you?
I can see it. Setting up for a feud.
For a feud, and he has the 3-year deal.
I would laugh though if Seth Rollins tries to cash in
and loses,
and Brock Lesnar's just like,
Please.
Suplexes all day.
He'll pull what he did in the Rumble. I have a broken rib. There we go.
It's like you can't. It's like you can't even beat me in a 3-way match. What the hell do you think you're doing?
Granted, it looked like he could have won that first cash in if Cena didn't screw it up.
Yeah.
But it'll give Rollins his WrestleMania moment, him winning the belt, and it'll give you the face Lesnar that people want to see, sorta, because he could be a face, but as long as he still has Heyman on the mic and he's still the badass,
and
it's good.
And it'll give Roman Reigns more time to marinate before they try this crap again.
Exactly.
That's all he ever needed.
That's all it's needed. Exactly. And it can continue. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Brock Lesnar can continue on with Brock Lesnar still his part-time schedule.
But we all agree that the main course is Brock Lesnar.
The main course is always Brock Lesnar. He's that big old piece of steak. And Roman Reigns...
Roman Reigns is the salad that comes before the steak.
No.
Roman Reigns is the promissory note that Brock Lesnar will soon arrive.
And Seth Rollins is that special barbecue sauce that you pour on top of the steak to add that special flavor to it.
No, you know what?
I'm hungry.
Yeah. Brock Lesnar is a prime cut of filet mignon, Kobe beef, all beef. It's what's for dinner. Roman Reigns is the thing you order, the steak you order from Denny's, which is just like a ground up
slab. Yeah.
It's Salisbury. It's this value Salisbury steak you get at Walmart.
You could put it on a cheeseburger patty, and you wouldn't know the difference.
And then you could walk across the street to your independent scene, aka McDonald's, and get something twice the quality for half the price. Wow, that's actually a startlingly accurate.
Yeah,
that's startlingly accurate considering it's all the indie shows that are going to be across the street for WrestleMania.
Oh, Jesus.
Shimmer's got something. Ring of Honor's got something. I think Shine's got something. I think Dragon Gate USA's got something.
Everybody's got a little something. I want to get in on this WrestleMania.
Seriously, just looking at all the events that are going on this weekend, I really, really regret that I'm not in the Bay Area during the next couple of days. It's going to be sick. If you're in the Bay Area and you like wrestling at all, you gotta be in heaven right now because this is a really great loaded weekend.
I just gotta say one thing more about the Undertaker Bray Wyatt match, not having to do with any of the winners or anything.
Hey, let's make
this was probably the worst venue that they could have picked to have the Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt.
How so?
Pacific time.
Oh,
okay. Outdoor stadium. The Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt. Both wrestlers that need complete darkness.
That's probably why they're going to get in the final hour.
I understand that, but I mean, like, they should have had it last year.
Nah.
Honestly, it's like Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt is made for a dome. Tailor-made for a dome.
Oh, a dome. I was like, what do you mean made for dome?
What
does that mean? What does that mean?
It's made for a dome, and it's like this. I love the fact that they're having it. They could have picked a better spot. That's all I'm saying.
I just can't wait to hear what they're going to do next year.
Like if they did it in New York,
I would be there.
When it was 7:00 in darkness, you could have it. You could have it whenever you wanted. Now, you are forced to have it in that last hour, and you're killing your main event.
Sorry, boys, you're forced to main event. Ow.
You're killing your top two main event. This is the third main event. You're killing Triple H and Sting and Reigns and Lesnar.
I think they do Triple H versus Sting first.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
You know what? I can see that.
I think Sting and Triple H and Bray Wyatt and Undertaker both get like 45 minutes.
And then the Divas match?
I think they go straight. You think
they're going to go straight? Really?
I think they could go straight. They've done it before.
Huh.
They could. I think they will.
Maybe they'll just have like a little small concert or something.
But either way, Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker is going to kill. any chance of there being great crowd reaction for Lesnar versus Reigns.
At least until Seth Rollins cash in. That would
I'm
get a
still
big reaction.
that it could still close the show. But anyway, I think we've talked about as much as we can without spinning our wheels here.
It's WrestleMania, baby. Woo! Here we go.
Oh, man.
So
My head hurts.
It's WrestleMania, baby. Yeah.
WrestleMania, like once WrestleMania is over, I'm just gonna be like, whew, that was awesome.
now we have to get ready for the Raw afterward.
Oh,
Now for
God.
the wild and craziness that'll be tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's 3 hours of Bray Wyatt just talking.
But you know what? Still acceptable.
Still a better Raw than the last 4.
Just want to see what happens to Bray after this.
But you know what? We want to know what you think. So drop us a line in any of the usual places. Comment on this video. Like if you like it. Subscribe if you want more. Go to our Facebook page. Just look for us, The Scholars of Wrestling Show. Like our page. Get free entertainment. We post things all the time. And also, don't be afraid to follow us on Twitter at ScholarsOW. And you can also follow me at I'm Robbie Rage. Because I for one, if I'm not going to be able to do it on the official Twitter account, I for one plan on live tweeting the entire night.
I will probably do so as well, so follow me at Atomic Beanpole.
Yeah, I'll join you at the Avataric. That's it.
I'll probably put all these in annotation on screen or in the description
Probably
below.
a good plan.
You should find them somewhere around. Follow us. It's going to be a great time on every single social media thing you can find, and also on the WWE Network. Hopefully.
And every link you'll find for all of us is going to be on the description of this video, so who are we kidding? It's everywhere. We're going to be everywhere, baby.
Because it's WrestleMania time. We are the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled.
You're welcome.
What do you say, a WrestleMania baby woo like last year?
Let's do it.
WrestleMania, baby, woo! WrestleMania, baby, woo! WrestleMania.